With us now from Los Angeles is Laurie Schwartz, who is not just a technology expert, but also a technology futurist. Good to have you. It's been a while, Laurie. Nice to see you.
Nice to be seen. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay. It seems there are three choices here for regulating social media in sort of relation to that report we just heard about. There's self-regulation by the big social media giants. There's government regulation, and then there's the China model. Self-regulation, the social media companies have shown very little interest in doing anything of meaning. The second option, government regulation, lawmakers, especially in the US, have an embarrassing lack of understanding of how the technology works. And then there's the China model. Just close it all down, control what goes in and what goes out. So is there an option 4?
Well, I think there's the people option, which is that we have to be responsible and to fact check and to look at what we're reading and what we're passing on. Just as parents check, their children's browsers and things like that, just we all have to be responsible Americans and not just forward anything that we read.
Okay, so the people's model, and ideally it's great. 28 years ago, when Tim Berners-Lee invented the internet, he had visions of sharing and caring and how open data would make the world a better place. I want you to listen to him back in 2010 in California, a TED Talk shortly after the earthquake which devastated Haiti's capital. Listen to this.
After the earthquake, immediately, people all over the world, mappers who wanted to help and could, looked at that imagery, built the map, quickly building up. We're focusing now on Port-au-Prince. The blue is refugee camps these volunteers have spotted from the air. So now we have immediately a real-time map showing where there are refugee camps. It rapidly became the best map to use if you're doing relief work.
Yeah, he cites that example a lot, but it seems for every positive example like that in Haiti, there's about 100 others of how the open and free nature of the web is being used against open and free societies.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a balance, right? It's always going to be a balance. The more that we open up things, the more that other things will come in, and we have to. It's the yin and the yang. I think it's very similar to some of the things that are happening in the Me Too movement, with things going too far in one direction. So we're going to have to learn a balance here, and I think it's actually going to be a combination of many of the things that you listed. Maybe not the China government way, but I definitely think there needs to be regulation from the government. There needs to be more responsibility from these social media companies. I think they need to be working together, really sharing data in a way that will surface a lot of the false information. And they also need to provide data to the government when it asks for it in a way that they can decipher. And also our senators in our Congress need to actually start using social media and understanding it, as opposed to just asking their grandchildren what this all means.
Yeah, can you get me on Facebook, son? Yeah, how do the Twitters work? There's been a lot of focus on Russia and election interference, but here's a headline from the Daily Beast: how YouTube built a radicalization machine for the far right. And the subheadline is: former extremists say they were sucked in by propaganda as teenagers thanks to an algorithm's dark side. The story goes on about this algorithm, which was originally written simply to keep users watching for longer because that increases profits. So when revenue is involved, this brave new world of new breed tech CEOs who are meant to be sort of idealistic and altruistic, it turns out they're a lot like the old breed of CEOs.
Yeah. I think that large media companies are always going to have a revenue goal. And, for them to pretend that that is not the case is just completely false. And I think anytime a large media company also pushes back on an artist, they're going to generate another hero. And so it's the same as anything else, right? They're after money. And if they try and manage any of what's happening on YouTube, users are going to rebel against it. And then you have young minds that are very easy to convert into a political movement.
Yeah, there's also almost 8 million offensive videos which YouTube removed last quarter because they violated the site's rules on spam or adult content or child safety. They also removed something like 200 million comments as well. This is not the caring and sharing environment which so many had hoped for back in 1990. There was this hope of a new future, of a better world. It just seemed to, in the last 5 to 10 years, everything took a turn for the worse, and everything that it hoped for, everything that thought that it could be, somehow it went backwards and went in the opposite direction. Is there one reason why? Was there a tipping point that turned everything around, or was this always going to work out this way because of human nature?
Well, I think that the human nature piece is it. And I think when it comes to revenue and to profit, and there is an emotional piece to this, right? There's a real emotional piece to this. So you're dealing with corporate greed, and then you're also dealing with human beings. And so those two things can go to the dark side. But I don't think it's all doom. I really don't. I think we need to, again, find a middle ground where we could still leverage these platforms in the way that they were originally conceived, but put some checks and balances in. And I do think, again, and I'll bring up being a parent, that it's up to us to, from the get-go, manage the type of content that our children watch, and so they grow up in a world where they're not already tainted by content that can get them leaning in the wrong way, per se.
You know, the paragraph, the first paragraph on Colin Powell's biography is things are never as bad as they seem, things are never as good as they seem, and everything looks better by morning. Laurie, thank you.
I love technology, so I would never say it's a bad thing.
Okay. Well, good to speak with you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.